It was a reflective Premier Gordon Campbell who ended days of speculation today with his speech to BC mayors and councillors. He talked this morning about transportation and transit improvements in cities, including Victoria, Nanimo, and the Comox Valley. And even though Campbell's speech to the annual meeting of the Union of BC Municipalities usually hints at his future plans, the Premier today went back to a familiar theme, the Olympics. And that has his critics and pundits saying tonight that rather than setting an agenda, what the Premier delivered today was instead a swan song. Our legislature reporter Shachi Curl was in Whistler for the speech, and she has the story.
The last time I was here was in the middle of the Olympic Games, so it is great to be back. It brought back lots of memories.
Ah, memories. They can make you feel good. Gordon Campbell spent a third of his speech talking about the 2010 Winter Games and playing for laughs.
And the great thing about the red mitt was you could never be quite sure what people were doing with their fingers. I don't have the same problem today, unfortunately.
He even invoked the performance of some gold medal winning figure skaters to explain his performance around the HST.
My skating partner, Colin Hansen, and I could have maybe used a little more practice and were no Moyer in virtue. And let's be honest, we bombed on artistic impression.
But dwelling on events 215 days old was not going to wow this crowd. They needed something new. Campbell's answer? Transportation. New SkyTrain lines, highway expansions, and more public transit.
We need to get the rapid bus launched in the Capital Regional District.
The problem, a lot of this has been announced before, nearly 3 years ago, in a promise to spend $14 billion on transportation.
It was a speech that was looking back, and that this was a Premier who's not planning on addressing the Ubcm next year. That's, I think, what struck me about this speech.
But there was a warning to voters ahead of next September's referendum on the HST about the consequences of choosing to scrap the tax, consequences that could include scrapping social subsidies.
Ask yourself if the seniors in your community would like to give that $230 back and get zero instead.
But will it work? The renewed commitment to transit, the reflecting on better days gone by, the mea culpa. Can Campbell change the message and revive his government's popularity?
I think the real question is what's best for the province, and we're going to live with their decision.
Thanks very much, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
In Whistler, Shachi Curl, A News.